No. No. Which one is it? Okay, which one is it? Wait, yeah, is it? Okay, is this a much better? Is this much better? Okay, there we go. Okay, that is bad. Okay, hold on. Now let me go and Oh God! They did not hear the music at all when it's loading. Oh no! I apologize immensely for that. I truly am.
Oh no, the music came through. The intro music came in fine. Your mic was disabled.
Oh, I can explain. Let's see. I also have a feeling I also sound completely ass in Discord too, don't I?
Yeah, it's coming through on the stream as well. Something's up with the mic, probably.
Don't worry, I got this. I got this. Okay, I believe I got this. There we go. That should be fine. That should be gold, isn't it? Am I coming in clear?
That made an immediate difference. Yes.
Okay, I did not test out my layout. Oh, I made the mistake. Okay, I apologize immensely, chat and guys here at the Paper Plate Did. I really mean it. To make things a little bit, long story short, Miki actually got herself a new, headset that when Steve and I, went to Best Buy yesterday, because, I had a feeling that it's much easier for me to get it and find one in person than trying to, go for the crapshoot than looking it up online, but, okay, anyways, we are finally, got that situation now over and done with. I still want to say thank you all for everybody for coming by for today's stream, despite that things are a little bit, having a rough start right then and there. We are finally gonna get around to it. Well, last week we have actually went as far to design our good druid Dione as a June bride for this month, and I actually liked how this one came out, despite that all the refinement and junk is done offline. But this time we are finally getting around to actually finishing this up. Well, I say finishing this up. It's finally time for us to get around to actually make our next upcoming brides, if you will. And our upcoming brides are going to... Okay, and the next ones we're going to be doing it... No, hold on! This is the wrong file! Okay, hold on! Oh, God! Okay! No! Okay, that's for next month! That's for next month!
Like
That's for next
before.
month! That's for next month! I'm sorry! Oh, God!
To be fair, I suspect you have far worse things that you could be showing on Twitch.
Believe me, this is gonna make Sensor Momo work overtime. The poor thing.
The poor chat.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I was working. I just started refining and collecting all the pages for next month's cringe fiction. Yes, I'm getting around to it. It's just that Miki has been very busy lately, so I have to do this from time to. I have to do that from time to time. Now, okay, let me look over to my open recent real fast. That's loose. Ah, there they are. We have actually done our best to do Dione at last week, and now this time I'm compartmentalizing by working on Aleah and Joe, who are going to be for this, both of them are going to be sharing the same day for the June brides, if you will. But first things first, we're going to be working on Aleah, and then we'll be working on Joe in a moment after that. Does that sound good? Does that sound Sebi?
Yes.
Good.
Alright.
Well, I was just wondering, why am I still on the live?
Oh, why are you still there? Well, that's a good question. In fact, let me go and take you down from the key rack.
I'm not even sure if I should ask if I can just have that day off for today, like of not being on the rack. But let's see what happens before we say anything.
Okay. Now we're gonna be working on Aleah first, since she's the one who is second after Dione in terms of getting that bit on the popular end or something. I don't know, but yeah. So we are gonna get started on working on an Aleah, and I have a good strong feeling that this is gonna end up really great. I think, maybe, I don't know. Hold on, let me just fix up her face a little bit. There we go. Alright, and so, but how's everyone's day been doing so far?
I have had a day, and it's been relatively alright, but I did feel a little bit ill a few hours before this.
Oh, are you gonna be okay?
I think I've recovered for now, but I'm just taking things easy because, just feeling a little discomfort.
Well, at least try to take it easy. That's all I ask of you, okay?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Honey, hi!
Hello. Can't stay for long, but I figured I'd drop by just to check up on you.
Well, we just started doing we're about to just start. We're just getting started when it comes to the June brides, if you will. And this time we're gonna be working on Aleah, and afterwards we're gonna be working on Joe.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here for maybe another hour or so, but this isn't gonna be one like 12-hour shift or something.
Okay, that's one piece of good news then.
I'm just gonna get things prepared for tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be a long day. So I'm gonna do my best to mitigate it as much as I can right now.
Well, if it works out, that's great, you know?
Yep, it means I'll be able to make it to the game tomorrow.
Hold on, let me take this. Hello there, Jets of Dragon. Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I have managed to make a business deal with the Elder Gods. However, they said that they'll be returning on the topic of funyuns, such as later dates. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Arcana's not my thing.
Well, he said Elder Gods, so that's something. That could be anything. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Also, Afton, for your birthday, you will be given a cake. Any flavor of meat you want.
Wait, why does it have to be a meat cake? But
Because that's all I know how to make.
well, if it's gonna be like a meat-based thing, I would say have it be a massive birthday burger.
This can be done. However, I cannot guarantee. However, I can make no guarantees as to its taste.
I do not mind what it is as long as it's a very delicious cake. Although I may have to wait for later, as I have been to the steakhouse today to celebrate me and my brother's birthday.
Oh yeah, you twins.
Hey, listen.
Yes,
Raging Ronic?
my when I
Raging Ronic just pressed the hey listen. What's up? Oh, just saying hi. Okay.
Where?
But yeah, it's kind of weird for me to say. Yeah, it is my birthday and I'm 20. I'm finally in the big 2-0.
Congratulations, relish your early 20s.
Oh, I am
yeah.
going to be.
Relish the next 5 years because it starts going downhill from there.
Yep. Take it. Just take it. Just take it from these old timers that's right in front of you. You know.
We are not old timers by any stretch of the imagination.
I am not. I
We are
wouldn't
old
say-
timers by comparison, then.
Yeah, okay,
I mean-
I'm willing to compromise with that.
I don't say that to. Hey, Luna, I am not a baby.
Unfortunately, you are, baby. You're...
You are the baby. Does the baby need a nap?
Shut up. No, I do not. I got a game in like an hour.
And yet, you are acting the baby.
I feel like I should have been used to this by now, judging from what people have said in our general chat.
Yeah,
I mean, this is literally the first time it's occurred to me that you're more than a decade younger than me.
I mean, JC, if I'm guessing, was the original baby of the group until I came along.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I'm. At least I'm not even sure what to say. Like, it's just weird because this is I feel like it's just sunk in now.
I think I just realized you must be less than 10 years old when I came into the Gmod community and made Oh, that just hurts. That just hurts me in my soul.
Is that psychic damage? Is that
Yes.
psychic damage?
Mickey,
Yes.
roll 1d10 psychic damage.
Oh man.
I'm jesting.
Do
No,
it.
no, we brought the idea. We're doing it.
9.
That is some
Nine.
heavy psychic damage.
9 for the number of years she's been around.
Oh.
Ugh, indeed.
I am so sorry to bring your mortalities to question.
How dare you?
You will face it soon enough when you reach 10 years afterwards. Take it from us.
Yep.
I
Alright.
shall keep this in mind.
Unfortunately, though, this is where I gotta go because I gotta get. My break is over. I should be home soon, though.
All right, honey. You take care now, okay? That's all I
You
ask.
have a good day at work.
I love you.
Love you
See
too.
ya.
Take care.
Let's see. Aleah has a now. When it comes to Aleah, if she's really happy, her smile does reach to her face, and I'm trying my best. Here I am, just trying my best to make this thing work. And I think it's coming up, and I think I pulled it off, but I don't know. Chat, what do you think?
I do like it.
Okay, scale down a bit. Alright, in that case, then I'll just work on the rest of... I wonder if I should actually go back into that one method I did back in the day. Where I'm just gonna start it off with a thick pen, and I'm gonna scrunch it down, and I'm gonna continue where and I'm gonna refine it a little bit.
I'm gonna just grab a drink so I can stretch my legs.
Fair. But I really am liking how this June. I know that most people work on Pride Month art when it comes to June, but I always like the idea of doing June brides for this month, if you will. And so I really am looking forward to actually be designing a little bit more. It looks nice to me. Oh, that's good. Okay. So, let's see.
Oh yeah, I haven't actually showed what I was also given as well too, because like I've showed pictures on other places, but I haven't showed you what else I've actually gotten as well too.
Oh?
Like, I didn't like. Apparently, my parents sorted this out with the restaurant. Like, they told the staff it was me and my bro's birthday, and we got these.
Are you
In the
dropping
TV.
this off into TV chat?
Yeah, TV chat. And all I'm gonna say is that the brownie was so good.
Oh, wow. Let me go and share this to the chat real quick. I mean, yesterday, no, okay, this is one of those images, isn't it? Ah, okay. Open up in my opera, please.
Wow, is that a single piece of cake?
It's like me and my brother both got one, so I'm guessing they kind of like it's nothing too expensive. You get this for free, so
Ah, I was about to say if you paid for that, you got ripped off.
You know, he's
me
kind of
and
got a little bit of a point.
like they're not that bad, but they
If it's
were
free,
quite
then
delicious.
it's fine.
Okay, there we go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use this instead. Come on.
Although, like, I wasn't a fan of I don't like eat strawberries from pastries, so I gave them to my mom who loves them.
There we go. That's, it does look like a... I won't lie. I think I would have provided a much bigger slice than this.
I mean, those are some pretty big plates, just from everything else.
I mean, yeah, it does look pretty nice, but I would have provided a much bigger slice than that, if you will.
Oh, don't worry. We also have some spare cake that we've been making downstairs as well.
Ah, okay. That just compensates that. That's good.
Yeah, it compensates things.
I mean, please don't tell me you actually spent a good pretty penny when it comes to that, or that's just part of the You know, I'm gonna hush. Okay.
Oh,
So-
no. Best thing I can say is, like, because we're at a steakhouse, it was like a really nice steakhouse as well too. This wasn't a part of the fee at all. This was just something that they did for free.
Oh.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually cost us anything. We just get a nice little free brownie.
Yeah, I don't know too much about British foods establishments. Even when I was there while on the transfer flight over to Canada, half the time we ate at Nando's, which is like a South African restaurant chain, so...
I'm not actually a huge fan of Nando's, to be honest.
Nor am I. It's mostly chicken-based stuff, but when you have dietary requirements like mine, it's kind of mandatory.
I can't help but feel a little. Oh yeah, for Goria. You have a gluten allergy.
Gluten and dairy.
Oh, hey there, Ice Drake. Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. We had just got started streaming when it comes to June brides, if you will.
On the bright side, you can still get Nando's sauce in Canada.
What is Nando's sauce now that I think about it?
It's literally just a set of proprietary hot sauces that the company sells.
Ah, okay.
So everything from lemon and herb to, what's it? Yeah, everything from lemon and herb to the opposite of mild. Basically very strong spice.
Let's see. How are you, Mikota? Is Gracie being a good cat today? Well, it's just me in the office today, but she is a good cat cute cat today. Still still needy little thing, if you will. And JK, welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. So yeah, we're gonna try to see and continue our best to draw the June brides for this month. I wish I would have gone for the part where I would just draw Aleah this week and save next week for Joe, and afterwards it'll be Nessa. But I'm compartmentalizing my time so that way I can actually study a little bit more, you know. And because I'm gonna give this a bit of a heads up, everybody in chat, that but the last month of July, the last month of June, there's gonna be absolutely no streaming at all. Because that is the week where I'm going to be studying in my fullest, if you will.
Perfectly all right. I get you.
You also got to get a handle on your sleep schedule for that week.
Yes.
So, yes.
No later than 10 p.m.
Sleep and study important.
I only promise to try. It's just that I have a little bit of a hard time trying to get proper sleep, you know?
I mean,
Trust me, going to bed at 10 will significantly improve this.
it's a good discipline. And plus, if you're having problems sleeping, I have recommend this to everyone. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but ASMR.
ASMR?
ASMR, like, best example I can say is like people. Give me a second.
It's literally
Excuse me.
people. It's literally people. It's effectively audio presentations, which are designed to elicit certain responses to the audio.
I mean, I am aware what ASMR is, but...
Oh, you wondering like what type?
Yeah, it depends from person to person. I mean, in my case, I normally just have a vlog going on in the background.
I like to have like little ASMR role plays go off in my sleep, either of something involving like cuddling or even like a weird barbershop or airplane ASMR.
Let's see. Understood, Mikoto, and I wish you luck. Oh, thank you, Ice Drake. Well, does the sound of rain actually help count? Does the sound of rain help and count?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, good.
I would say rain's one of the most common.
Because I actually like the sound of rain, and some nights it actually does help me fall asleep. Other nights when my mind is so restless, not so much, and I hate it when that happens. Maybe that's something I should definitely have that looked at, you know?
Excuse me?
On when it comes to maybe that's something I should have that looked at. That lately I've been having a hard time getting proper sleep.
It could be something to take a look at, but as long as it's not affecting you physically in any ways, then you're alright. But when it does, yes, then I advise. Then it's possibly good advice to go see someone about that.
Let's see. I just watched a musical tribute that Adam Sandler did 4 years ago for his friend forever, Chris Farley. Beautiful way for Adam to show that kind of love. Oh, really? That's a thing? Hey, Mika, did the Gremlin and the Overlay Redeems have someone did the Gremlin Overlay Redeems at the same time? Yeah, they have done. Someone actually did that once upon a time before, and the Gremlin, quickly
The
ran.
Gremlin was fine, but
Yep.
she was not impressed.
Yeah, but she quickly get the fuck out faster than she stayed. I'm surely you guys remembered that, right? And also, hey there, Fu, welcome back into the inn. Okay, let's see. Now she has a little bit of a back ribbon that is right here. I know it's not the ideal wedding dress that I have in mind that is for Aleah, but I think this is the most she could actually get when say that she's in the say that we talked about that one scenario that is from the one planned scenario for the campaign that they'll be a part of, you know? Okay, let's see. I'm not joining because my throat is sore. Oh goodness. Fu, when you get if you have some in your pantry, tea with lemon and honey would do wonders for your poor throat. I'm so sorry that you're to hear that, but you need time to actually take care of yourself, okay?
Herbal tea, preferably.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
maybe lozenges as well.
Okay, that should be as thick as it can go. Now it's time for me to fix the now it's time for the refining period. But yeah, you actually are you fine with this kind of dress that Aleah would have when it comes to that big day?
I see no reason why I wouldn't be at the moment.
Hmm. Okay, that's one piece of good news because I have a feeling that this is what the type of outfit that Aleah would actually scrounge up and make during their time into the abyss, if you will. I don't know. So I need to figure out how to make this thing look a little bit on gossamer, if you will, like spider silk gossamer. Because Aleah is a little bit resourceful if needed, if given the chance. Okay, so. But then again, I'm not Cedric. I don't know what he has in mind for that event when that day comes. But I'm willing to accept it with open arms, open character sheets, and an open grave, if you will. It's one of those situations where call the ambulance, but not for me. No, that's too because I think to put this into a little bit of an easier perspective, Dave. This dress is simple but elegant, and that's just fine for her. I have a feeling that if things in a bad route that she is married, that she is attached to, Barkus, the villain of their story, he would put her into something much more elaborate, if you will.
Unsurprisingly, in his case.
Nope. And even the color schemes would also be very much pronounced, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's see. How do I actually explain this proper? That Aleah is much more is much more into cool tones and blue, if you will. But but for Barkus involved, she's pretty much has to wear red around him, if you will. Does that kind of make sense?
So, red seems to be his thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Yeah, that does make sense.
You good over there? But
I am a little out of it at the moment, but I am good.
Okay. Oh, right. You're not feeling so hot. Forgot.
I think I'm just a bit exhausted.
Look, Dave, if it's that bad, you can just
I'll be fine. I appreciate the concern, but I will be fine.
All right.
You know I'm stubborn.
Fine. Okay. But chat, I do appreciate that last week when I was not feeling at my complete best, you were there to tell me to actually get myself the proper rest I need. And honest to God, when the stream was over, I finally I didn't realize how exhausted I was until I finally ended the stream. And next thing I knew, I went back into when I went to the room so I can nap, I ended up falling asleep for 2 hours ish. I mean, to be fair, I set the alarm so it'll wake me up in about 30 minutes because a 30-minute nap is pretty much ideal, but no, when the alarm sound off, I quickly turned it off, and next thing I knew, I fell asleep and for a couple more hours.
Ah. Yeah, that's concerning.
Let's see. What are people in the inn stubborn? I don't know that either, Lunar. I don't know about that either, Lunar. I mean, to be fair, everyone is set to chaotic neutral with the pig-headed stubbornness of, well, an orc in a battlefield of sorts, if that's the proper analogy for it. But yeah.
It's quite valid to say about that. Like, I'm just stubborn because, well, I like to be stubborn. It's fun.
Let's see. And now we are. I'm just hoping I got the capacity enough to actually draw this and to actually at least finish the main details for this pic, if you will. Let's see. Oh, Cracker Jacks. This ain't right. But you know, I really am looking forward to at least next week, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
what's happening next week?
Not only is next week where I'm gonna draw the final girl of my main four, who's as a June bride, aka Nessa. I'm also gonna be using this opportunity to make a poll for next week's June brides. I mean, for the bonus bride, if you will. And that 5th bride is gonna be where chat or my community gets to vote to see who's going to be the final bride for this month. And the final bride is...
Listen!
Huh? What is it, Lunar? Heads up. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Oh, no, wait. Hold on, chat. Put that pillow down. Chat? You still gotta set up for your next test. I already have, Lunar. By July 1st, that is where I'm gonna be having that exam. That's why I'm compartmentalizing for... That's why I'm compartmentalizing for my stream days. Ow! Because the original plan would be like, this week, today will be Aleah, then next week will be Joe, and then finally will be Nessa, but after realizing a little bit more, I decided to compartmentalize my stream days. So instead of that, today is gonna be both Aleah and Joe, and next week will be just 2 streams. That's gonna be and that's gonna be and that's gonna be me drawing both Nessa and Violette. Yeah, not Violette. I forgot. I cannot brain. Nessa and the final bonus bride. Jesus. And that's gonna be for chat to vote at. Oh gosh. Hold on, let me drink. So, yeah. I hope this is enough to, that is what the heads up is for. Okay, fine. By the way, Miko, the reason I said something about Elder Dragons and Funyuns is cause I saw the GIF on Discord with Cthulhu. Oh, okay. I'm glad you explained that then. Oh, and thanks for the hydrate, Lunar. But, I mean, I just drank just moments ago, but I'll do that again after the stretch, so hold on. Okay. Oof, okay, I felt that. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that other hydrate. Okay. Alright, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, that's what basically the plan is going to be for. Yes, Leonard. What is it, Lunar? Okay. Oh Lord, is it just me or is it? You're doing great, Mikelian. You got this. Oh, thank you. Oh Lord, is it just me or is it actually really toasty lately? I mean,
that the weather has been the weather cycle's been disrupted by all the fires in Canada have affected the overall weather systems over North America, and as a result, some areas are getting unusual weather patterns.
well, does it actually reach this far to Texas? Because I don't know about you, but I'm actually feeling a little bit more swimsuit innkeeper. That's an interesting perspective. I don't know if I got it in me to. Okay. You know, that's kind of not of a bad idea to draw the innkeeper in a swimsuit, but I highly doubt that Twitch would allow me to have my PNG tuber in that.
So yes, it would reach all the way to Texas because the smoke was going all the way to New York, and the weather system surrounding that is going to be affected probably across the entire continent. So I suspect that the heat wave in Texas may partially be driven by the changing weather patterns.
Remind me to. Oy vey. Is this what it feels like if Tailstra is in the neighborhood? Like fuck.
No, this is probably what a South African summer feels like.
Oh Lord. And you're used to this.
Well, how hot is it there?
Let's see. I know I'm using my phone to keep track on my Twitch, but let me take a good look or something. Let me just go into my weather app right now. It's 97 degrees, but oh fuck. It feels it's 97 degrees right now, but the humidity is 52%.
That's 36 Celsius, so yeah, humidity or no, that's hot.
Yeah, it's not. I am so half tempted to actually just find looser clothing or just, I don't know, maybe I should. No, I'm not gonna finish that thought. Okay, carry on. Okay.
You wouldn't be the first streamer to do that.
I mean, would it be the first streamer to? Would this kind of streamer be hiding that behind a PNG tuber avatar?
I'm pretty sure I've seen VTubers admit to doing it. So
Mika, I got a question for you. How did you get the idea for the house gremlin? Also, are you gonna do an angry mode for the house gremlin? I'm working on it when it comes to the more modes for the house gremlin. It's just that, my work-life balance is absolute shit. It's raining and toasty over here where I'm at. I would kill for some rain. My Pinoy side is crying for some rain.
yeah, right now we have rain clouds and potential thunderstorm outlooks at the moment.
Let's see. I think it's possible for the paper plane train express to be as nearly as the conductor. Aww. I mean, there has been some. I think in one of the tavern books that you can find over there, some people actually had the idea to turn a train into a place where the party can actually go in and rest. And I actually find that idea pretty fucking cool, if you will. I wish I could send rain to where you at, Mikoto. Aw, thank you, Ice Drake. Thank you. I mean, I would appreciate it, but I don't know. The local druids, storm sorcerers, and everyone else in between. What is going on? Calamore is absolutely toasty at the moment. Ugh, it's insufferable.
We're on strike. That's the best way we could say it. We're on vacation.
Fuck.
Come back when you give us the appropriate offerings.
You know, I just had a little bit of a thought. Would it be actually... Has anyone ever played as a Tempest Cleric before in D&D or something?
I have a player who's a Tempest Cleric.
I've never even played a cleric.
And what were they like? How did they actually pull off that character?
Well, it's a part of the ongoing Steinhardt adventures that I'm doing at the moment, and they are maximizing a lot. Like, they're a winged tiefling.
Oh, a winged tiefling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they are quite interesting to make for combat, but quite fun because when you it's a little bit localized, but if you have a lot of thunder-based spells and lightning-based spells, from what I know about Tempest Clerics, they can maximize the damage for it.
Oh.
Let me just find things and see if I'm correct.
Okay.
But
That's it. I'm gonna do a thing. It's so fucking humid. I'm not supposed to just say the proverbial bucket. Oh, that's much better. I'm not giving context.
Okay, so it says here, spells you learn: Fog Cloud, Thunder Wave, Gust of Wind, Shatter, Cold Lightning, Sleet Storm, Control Water, Ice Storm, Destructive Wave, Insect Plague. Those are like, okay, here it is. Level 1, you thunderously rebuke attackers. When a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see gets hit with an attack, you can use a reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage of your choice on a failure, and takes half as much on a successful one. You can use this a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you've gained no expended uses on long rest. Okay, here it is. Channel Divinity.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck? 100 bits, no more pants on me. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Luna, no horny. No horny.
Hold on, wait, hold on. No.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Leonard! What? Okay, that's a thing. Okay, I'm just glad Steve is not here. I'm just glad Steve... I was right, huh? I think I'm gonna go back and draw. Back and draw. Yep. Anyway, carry on. Okay. I'm not giving context. I'm not giving context. I'm gonna carry on with what I'm doing. I got brides to actually draw, and you know, I just had a thought that occurred to me just now. Would it be actually funny if I actually make a poll in Twitter, not once I got the June brides finally drawn in or something? I bet Steve would have a surprise if he walked in. He's not gonna be here for a a while, dude. But yeah, would it be actually funny that after I finally got the June brides finally drawn, that for July I'm gonna make a follow-up of the said June brides of whoever wins in a poll that I'm gonna make. They're gonna have a wedding night special of sorts.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay then.
Interesting.
Like which one of these brides are gonna have a wedding, a bit of a sequel art where I draw them that in their wedding night of sorts. Yep.
Wait a minute, when you mean by wedding night, are you referring to the honeymoon phase or just with their partners? I- That, not sure how I could interpret that. Because I can interpret that in many ways.
Sorry, Mikado. No, you're good. You're okay. You're okay, Ice Drake. Sussy in my say so.
Yes, thank you, Luna. I didn't want to say it. You can say it.
Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna have to make this thing a little bit on the fluffy end or something for her sleeves. I know I got a brush for this, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm drawing it out by hand today. Oh boy, let's see. At this point, I'm not completely say so anymore, aren't I?
You're kind of on the tightrope, and us as your friends and as your community.
Dee, I need to remind you what was on your Twitter feed not too long ago.
Yeah, this is kind of fucking true. Yeah.
I think we're well past the point of say so.
I mean,
You still have some really good say-so.
I think it's because I'm worried about getting the belt from Twitch. But I think, but I'm still open-minded of the thought that, well, I still want to accept. I still would accept fan art from both sides of the spectrum, if you will, because I just want to. Maybe it's because Melissa inspired me that it's okay to be much more sex positive, if you will, and to be honest, I'm actually struggling when it comes to that part because there's still some underlining issues when it comes to that. Like I mentioned this before, that being raised in a Roman Catholic country did not actually help you out in that department, which is kind of ironic because that place is also where a lot of teen pregnancy is also a thing. But anyways, yeah, I'm still open-minded enough to actually accept fan art from both sides of the spectrum, if you will. It's actually like Melissa said, it's kind of actually empowering and actually kind of touching. And I would deeply appreciate any fan art that I got, even if that fan art is a little bit on the lewd spectrum, you know.
I'd say it kind of people who do the extra mile to make it lewd makes it even better in some cases. I'm just having a look at a group. They seem to be lining themselves up, so I may have to take my leave here at the moment to join my D&D game.
Alright, you take care now, okay?
You take care as well too, Mickey. You take care of yourself as well too, Shaman.
You messed up. I'm gonna tell Mort. I hope you like the rough Mickey. Hold on.
Do it, Luna! Do it! Do it in our name! Do it!
Wait a minute!
Yes!
Wait a minute!
Yes! You forgot Morty was there.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I forgot. I forgot immensely. Okay, now let's see. Let's go take a look at this.
Say that out.
Take care.
Take care as well too.
So let's see. I think we did plenty well when it comes to this. When it comes to this, you know. Now let me just make them big old eyes a little bit bigger, and then we should actually get to work on coloring. Okay, so we're gonna go and do that. Alright, I think this looks pretty good.
I agree.
Aleah looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Ice Drake. Alright, so we're gonna put that into an Ink Master folder. And now, put that there. I know this looks kind of like a bit of a blob over there, but don't worry. This will be fixed. This will be where the flowers are going to be. Okay, so... Where's Ali? No, that's Nessa's colors. Okay, that's Nessa's skin tone color. As much as I'm excited to do Nessa's, I'm gonna have to do her mother first. Oh, and thanks for the head pat, Ice Spray. Thank you. I may not notice it, but I do appreciate it. So let's see. Let me go and do that there. Now, when it comes to her wedding dress, I already used a light blues. I already used a pale pink color when it comes, a very extremely pale pink color when it comes to her dress. Now, when it comes to Dione's dress, now I need to figure out which is the right color when it comes to Aleah, if you will. Something in the leagues of... Do you see her in pure white, or do you see her something in a very off color, off white color or something, or off pale color?
Off pale is what comes to mind, in my opinion.
Because
You sound like you disagree with that.
well, I'm trying to envision that in my head, if you will. Because, believe it or not, brides usually wear different colored gowns back in the day when they were about to get married. It wasn't until, I think it was Queen Victoria that...
Elizabeth I.
Elizabeth I, yep. It wasn't until Elizabeth I popularized the idea that brides should be dressed in white thanks to her wedding dress. And because of that, the tradition kind of followed suit since. Though that there are still some brides out there who actually would like to wear a different colored dress for their wedding day. Some even went as far to actually dress in black and purple for their gothic wedding, and to be honest, that's actually fucking cool.
Yes, I've always been a fan of the notion of a colored wedding dress over a bland white one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Chat.
I have no idea what the groom should wear in that situation. I still have to figure that one out.
So long as they have accent colors that matches the bride's color, then I think that should be fine. But chat, what do you think? Do you prefer do you prefer brides in pure white, or do you want them to be in different color? Okay. on. Let me have this and let's see. There's gotta be at least a bride in my list of characters who's gonna have to wear it a little bit in the pure white color, if you will. I don't know who, but I think maybe once we reach Joe, we can actually start asking chat or something. Oh shit. Hey Miki, what about family tradition? You come from 2 different cultures. Oh yeah, that is entirely true. Family traditions is a lot different compared to the Philippines compared to the US, if you will. Like, I think one of the examples is that when a wedding in the Philippines it takes a much longer process, a little bit of a longer process in it compared to your standard US wedding. It also helps that like one of them is also like both the bride and groom has to light up a candle to signify their union together, and they also would be tied into to a ceremonial cord that actually represents their union. So Afton, what have you done? Oh no. Why would you tack on? I knew putting you by the crystal is a bad idea. Okay, where's my restoration rune? Where is it? Ah, okay. There you go. All right, give it a moment and give it about 5 minutes, and then everything will be back in order. Also, here's a little bit of a fun idea when it comes to Filipino weddings. When it comes to the wedding party itself, family members to guests of the wedding would attach monetary bills onto the bride and groom's outfits to actually give them some good luck on posterity. This can range from your standard 20 peso bills to some cases. Some people actually put in hundreds of dollars of pesos, if you will. I mean, not hundreds of dollars, like hundreds of pesos onto their outfit for even more posterity.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hey, Mikado, I can.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just looking at chat. Amy Koto, I can't do my intro because I'm too emotional from something else. Oh, I'm sorry, Apex. You're okay. You're in good company here. And welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. If you need some time to rest up and that's okay. Just take your time over there, all right? But you're welcome to just to take a moment to yourself while I still draw here. All right? Okay, you're saying, Dave?
It reminds me of a practice I discovered not too long ago, not relating to weddings, but it's called ancestor money. It's apparently, essentially you buy fake money, which you then leave at the site of your ancestors' burial place as like an act of what's the word? Respect, remembrance, tribute.
Really?
Yeah, I personally find it incredibly strange because if somebody came to my place, to my burial ground with fake money, I would feel incredibly offended. It's like, motherfucker, you trying to shortchange me?
Let's see.
Like, surely the act of not leaving actual money, I get it's meant to be a symbolic act, but at that point, if you're using fake notes, then some symbolism in itself also kind of falls away.
Oof.
That would be my 2 cents anyway.
Fair,
Either way, it's not my culture, so maybe it's wrong for me to judge.
I think in some cultures, especially from Taiwan and Taiwan and bunch, there's also a thing that is called spiritual money that you would actually sacrifice this kind of false money in order to get some level of protection or fortune or something to that. And I don't know. I remember this from a game. I remember this from a game of Detention, if you will. And oh, that is actually going to be a fun game to. That would actually be a nice game to play. But I'm not sure if we could actually pull that off in Twitch.
I've never heard of a game called Detention. I've heard of a punishment called Detention, but I've
Well,
rarely got that one.
in the game called Detention, that you play in a game that is set to place in the 1960s of Taiwan, which to some in actual history that is during a period that is known as the White Terror that's going on there, and you play as a girl who woke up in the middle of who found herself who found herself in school, but her school is kind of utterly fucked up after she woke up from her nap, and she has to figure out a way to escape the said school while navigating through its twisted corridors and avoid getting yourself injured in the process. Let's see.
Jesus Christ, this is fucked up.
Yep. Let's see. Speaking of money on graves, there's a tradition involving military graves. Unfortunately, I can't remember what it is. Oh, I didn't know that's a thing. Sounds something like the Day of the Dead, Dave, according to Jexo Dragon.
I've just Googled what the White Terror was. Holy shit.
I know. It's utterly terrifying. Oh! And it looks like things are going back to normal, and there it is. Everything is now back to. Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry, Dave, but I'm going into a tunnel.
Raging Ronic, why?
Ah! Hello.
Hi, Gremlin.
It's your turn.
Yes. Yes, I can see that being a very problematic subject matter as well.
Let's see. Lord Blood says, "Oh, that kid. Don't think it's on Twitch. Don't think it's on Twitch ban list, but something to be careful." Ah.
Yes.
So I think this is gonna be one of those games where you have to play offline and maybe stream it on maybe upload it to YouTube. Is it?
I don't know. I don't know how much detail the game goes into on those events. But Jesus Christ. I looked at the Wikipedia article and very, very quickly became very, very disturbed.
Yeah. Well, developers behind Detention are actually people who come from Taiwan, and they did a lot of research. Like, lots of research.
Hope it wasn't in-person research.
No. If it's the game, very spoopy, and by spoopy I mean not just supernatural, but spoopy as in actual real shit. They actually, it actually worked. No?
It did.
Yes. And we have green and impasse. What? Let's see. I think this pale color is fine. If only Shads was here to see this. Oh, yes.
Isn't Shad's busy with his own thing?
Hold on. House Gremlin is checking on. Is checking on Bon. No, Shadman is not. Shadman is not online on Twitch. Shadman is not online on Twitch.
His stream must have ended then.
Let's see.
Oh right, I saw him doing other stuff earlier, so yeah, of course.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna put you there. And would you prefer waifu with this color?
Which color do you mean? The off gray?
Hmm?
That can work.
Yes. Good. He ended stream. House Grinning wants to say hi to Shadman. Why can't House Grinning say hi to Shadman? It's been 6 million years. Why? Welcome to Paper Planning. House Grinning. Let the earth. Also Gremlin energy is good. Why? Wizard, they actually like House Gremlin. What? They actually like House Gremlin. Let's see. Oh no, I picked wrong color. What? No, House Gremlin can fix this. House Gremlin can always fix this. Just like how she fixed Wizard's book by licking it. What? I thought you I thought you wanted. I scratched a book before it. This is House Gremlin's way of fixing things. This is.
Ay.
I mean, yes, book is actually wet for a little while, but it'll dry up, just like every other book.
Books don't just dry out, or more aptly, they rarely dry out.
Why? But it works though in your key. But it always works though. I think I'll... Yes, you'll do. Oh, no. I just stretch back. My back.
Oof.
Don't worry, House Gremlin is fine.
Good. Jeez, what do I...
Wait.
The rain clouds are coming.
Wait, this wizard actually like House Gremlin.
Wizard does like House of Gremlin.
Yes, yeah. This makes House Gremlin happy. This makes House Gremlin immense happy. With that, I'm gonna put Skittles in bed.
I can handle Skittles in the bed.
Let's see. I think
It's like having a giant cat. Sometimes it just wants to do its own thing.
yes, very much so. Yes. Okay, now it's time for me to do flares because flares actually are hard part on this. But I want to. Wizard, is it? Oh no! Fine, I'm going back to Void. Wizard,
Yes, Gremlin.
Wizard,
Yes.
Wizard.
Yes, Gremolin.
I put Aleah in Skittle Bikini.
Again. Also, hello, Ken Evergreen. Welcome to the Paper Plane Inn. Good to have you here.
Hey guys, now I'm back.
Welcome back. What was the gremlin about to ask me?
She said she wants to put. Oh, Masky! Thank you so much for the bits. I truly appreciate it. Okay, we're actually in the middle of trying to we're in the middle of doing the colors for Aleah, and my God, we only did this for an hour 20, and I was able to finish Aleah's colors pretty fast. I'll take it. Maybe I should really go back to doing that method after all.
Well, half of learning is experimentation, so.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I was thinking that this is the kind of dress that Aleah would most likely wear during their wedding.
I would not be opposed to this in the slightest. It accentuates important things.
Of course you'd be happy when it comes to those areas there. Why am I not surprised?
I would hope you wouldn't be surprised.
If you laugh. But yeah, Matsky, welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. How are you doing? We are just currently drawing Alice as the Alice or Aleah as the next June bride, and
Hello, Jay.
oh hey
Hello.
Jay.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right. We're currently designing June brides.
I'm a little tired, but I am still doing well.
Okay, so that should do as branches for now, and now let's go put in the gardenia flowers in here. Because gardenia flowers are pretty much a reoccurring thing in for
Ambrosia, in this case.
Ambrosia, or heck, when it comes to Alice and Darren's story, if you will.
Okay.
Because here's a little bit of a fun fact check. Fun fact check. Oh, Fazzy! Thank you for the thanks for the sub. You're going for a 9-month streak. Wow, thank you.
Going for 9 months. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I'm sure we can have plenty of fun with that joke.
Well, to be fair,
Who's bullying you?
Honey, you scared me.
Yes.
Welcome home. Now, don't get the wrong idea. Don't get the wrong idea, honey.
Then explain yourself.
Well, it was stupidly hot today, okay? I had to do what I can in order to accommodate.
You can't turn on the fan? Oh wait, that's right, the fan in here doesn't work.
The fan is absolute garbage, and I can't turn off the light if I could.
Well, why don't you take the fan that's in the living room that I use for my computer in the meantime then?
Chad will hear it. They can hear the roaring of the fan in the back. Do you think I'm... You know what? I'm gonna turn on the ceiling fan. Jesus H. Christ. Jesus.
You know, we'd always just try to take out the light bulb in here.
No, Pat. No. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
That's not what's going on here, Chad.
Yeah.
Although, to be entirely fair,
Wait.
if she did choose to do
What
that,
are you doing?
I wouldn't, given the heat, I wouldn't blame her.
I mean, it's not like we can tell the difference anyway.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, today just feels humid as balls, okay?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, as I was saying, I suspect that the fires over Canada have made quite an impact on the weather system all over North America.
No kidding.
I mean, is this what it feels like if Teostra is in town?
Although the weather-
Would be like 3 times worse.
The weather all over the place seems to be unusual. Even back home, they're having rain like they haven't had in nearly 15 years.
Actually, funny story about that. Apparently, it has to do with the Earth's cycle around the sun. Every 10 years or so, we just get big deluges. Just lots of rain, and then it just kind of evens out over the next 10 years.
Here we go, found it.
What does it say,
Interesting.
love?
The temperature currently, 94 degrees, feels like 105.
Hi.
Yeah, geez, you're nearly up to like 40 degrees Celsius.
I suffered.
Hey, just be glad the AC is on, eh?
Yeah, but it's taking 6 million years for the air to breathe here.
Probably because you left the door open and it didn't seclude the environment.
I mean, to be fair, I thought the cats would be here.
Well, no, it doesn't seem to be the case this time.
Ugh.
So I am gonna go ahead and get out of my work clothes, get something more comfy on.
Yes,
You
dear.
want, is there anything you need to stay cool?
Well,
You want me to get the ice pack and put it on your bum?
that sounded wrong. That sounded so wrong. Don't get chat ideas, honey. Don't get
Well, where would you rather it be then? On your back?
Yes.
You want me to get the ice pack then?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love you.
Ugh. Where are my where are the storm sorcerers, tempest clerics, everyone else who can control the weather and all this?
Yeah.
Actually funny you mentioned that. So, because Button has leveled up to level 6, he's taking on more aspects of his patron, which means he's getting more Thunder Ginny like.
Jack, brace
Oh.
yourself.
What are you doing?
Back, please. Back, back. Is that better? You wanted the ice pack. This is your own fault. I just did as I was told. Yes.
So
Dad,
who wants
the kettle
so
is
who
indeed
wants
done.
some tea with yeah, who wants some tea with this kettle going off?
What? Do you want me to grab the second one and put it at the front?
Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare!
I mean, does it help?
I think so, a little bit.
Just be glad it's not in your cole.
Oh no. Thanks for the hydrant and stretch, Lunar. I'll go do that real quick. Oh Lord.
Well, that was something on my ears.
I am so sorry, Dave. I'm so sorry, Chad.
See, this is the difference.
What? No apology for me?
And I'm sorry for you, Jay.
See, this is the difference between us. I definitely have the better calm between the two of us.
Okay, hold on a second.
You need me to pop your back?
Are you trying to kill me again?
No, I'm trying to help you. You just need to say no and I won't do it.
Look, I don't know. This is a terrible bad idea.
Nope, hang on. Like that. Alright.
Okay.
Brace yourself, Chad.
Oh no.
One,
No,
two. I did say you could say no. That's on you. Can I pop anything?
Yes.
Okay. Save your layers, hon.
I did. I thanks for the save and layer check. Oh, I hope this is. I just hope chat didn't clip any of that.
Chat, go ahead and clip.
Chad, do me a favor and clip that.
Why? What are you doing?
Causing chaos!
Ah. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy. Okay. Is everyone okay after all that?
I will need a moment to reconstitute my hearing, but yes.
I am so sorry.
I will need a moment to unscramble my head.
In the meantime, I'm doing a warm-up by doing a spider sona thing that I just got inspired for.
That's great.
Only, here's the thing. I'm dipping into a little bit of cosmic horror with this thing.
Should I be afeared?
Let me present this concept to you. The spider in yellow.
Spider in yellow? Should I be afraid?
What, like a yellowback house spider?
Are you familiar with the King in Yellow?
No, I don't think so.
This is my first time hearing this.
Oh, well, how do I explain this? But, okay, So the King in Yellow is actually a sort of cosmic horror that is actually a play, a fictional play that supposedly drives the readers mad. But the original book was a series of short stories.
Oh God! Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, we got raided. Hi, Kiza. Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn, and everyone and raiders. Hi, welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata Nelly, and we're currently in the middle of doing gym rides. How are you, Kiza? Did your stream go well? Okay, you're saying, Jay?
What's going on?
Anyway, relating to
Hi, DM.
Anyways, continue, Jay.
Anyway, I'm basically explaining the concept of The King in Yellow. It's actually a play that's interlaced within a series of short stories written by Robert W. Chambers, and this actually predates Lovecraft.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
Yeah. The King in Yellow actually predates Lovecraft.
Holy shit.
And it was actually one of Lovecraft's inspirations.
What? Wait, huh? That?
Yeah. In fact, Lovecraft actually alludes to the King of Yellow in several of his works.
Huh.
And many of the original and many of like the neo-Lovecraftians that came about after Lovecraft's death kind of took the concept and ran with it. So in mythos, Hastur, the King in Yellow, is depicted as Cthulhu's half-brother.
What? I'm actually quite impressed, yet a little bit yet a little bit afeared.
There's like this really great video by Tail Foundry on YouTube that you would probably get a kick out of. Because he actually goes into not only like what the King in Yellow ended up becoming, but what the actual King in Yellow is all about.
To be honest, I've never heard of such a thing like that before.
It's such a fascinating concept, and the idea that it's based on a play, like, with the wordplay theater I've got set up, it's right up my alley.
Well, this is something I'm now morbidly curious. Now I need to investigate what this one's about.
Let me tell you, the series of short stories involves like a would-be conqueror of America who believes that he's the heir apparent to the King in Yellow's throne, and it also talks about lovers and a guy who wears a pallid mask, and also it covers the story of a murderous organist that transports this unlucky churchgoer to Carcosa. And lastly, there's also this one story that features like a pair of librarians that are vehemently against reading the play, but are pursued by this corpse-like figure that kind of coerces them into reading it.
Oh.
After which the librarian's wife dies.
Fun.
Okay, the horror junkie in me is now interested.
Oh yeah, and the King in Yellow was also the inspiration for SCP 701, The Hanged King's Tragedy.
I have heard
Thank
of
you.
the Hanged King's Tragedy.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Lord Bluff.
That is a very interesting one.
Let's see.
But yeah, now I'm making a spider sona based off that very concept. I mean, I'm even thinking of including symbiosis in the works.
Let's see. Think King in Yellow. Well, so it's inspiration of SCP-701, The Hanged King's Tragedy.
Yeah, that's what I just read.
Sorry, my bad. And okay, thanks. I shall now enjoy. Oh, you're very. And Lunar, thanks for the sub. And Giza, I hope you actually enjoyed the show. We're just currently drawing June brides, and we're also chatting as we speak, if you will. And do you think this looks pretty good so far? With the way
I like it.
Pretty good would be an understatement.
Let's see. I think maybe she could have some level of lace that is right here onto her bodice, if you will. And everything else,
yes.
I'm gonna have to put in some level of lace that is flower lace or something onto her outfit. And thank goodness I got the brushes for that.
Oh, sorry. One last thing that I meant to bring up.
What's that?
Are you familiar with King Crimson's The Court of the Crimson King?
Yeah, as in the song?
As in the song, yes.
I have heard bits of it. I mean, to be fair, when you're a JoJo fan, it kind of helps you a little bit.
Yeah, I can relate. That being said, I was thinking, I haven't read this anywhere, and I don't have anything to confirm it, but it's very likely that the King in Yellow may have inspired the Court of the Crimson King just a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, like, here's the thing. This thing was released back in 1895, right?
Yeah.
And King Crimson just published the Court of the Crimson King in 1968. So it's very likely that it might have served as an inspiration, since these guys were as I understand, notoriously well read.
Okay, now I am actually curious. But that's something I'll investigate once I'm finally done with the stream. And
I'll send you the links to the videos that helped educate me on the matter.
Alrighty. Richter will indeed love this talk. Oh! Come to think about it, I don't know if I got permission for that. Anyways, hey there, KJ. Welcome back into the inn. Let's see. Maybe if I just use a different pattern for her outfit. Let's see. No, not those. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. What do you think of this one, Dave?
Me likey.
Let's see. I think I'll go as far as to design some level of glitter that is on her outfit too, to signify the shimmer that is on her dress, because this girl's outfit, if I'm putting my money on it, that she kind of recycled this outfit from, she kind of recycled the fabric that she got from their time there to actually help make this outfit, if you will. And by that, I mean that, let's see. And by that, I mean that she uses spider silk gossamer to actually help make this dress.
Ooh, nice. Also, I shared my sketch in the TV chat.
Okay, let me take a good look on that. Let's see. Oh! That actually looks pretty good.
Thank you!
I'm also gonna be sharing this to chat too, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's my concept sketch for the spider in yellow.
Oh! Let's see.
I wonder if I can make the crown look more like spider leg.
I mean, it's worth a try. Okay. Here we go. I guess that'll do for the level of the level of shimmer that is on her dress. Here we go. Well, I say shimmer, but I just decided to get the lace that is on her back to be a little bit more on the shimmery side. But how is everyone? We're doing all right. We're doing good. We're just talking about while also designing for more June brides for this month. And it looks like it's coming out, and it looks like it's coming together, if you will. Let's see. What else am I missing in this one here? Well, I'm sure it'll come to me by the time I get back to this, but let's go and save. And I think we should actually start working on Joe. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I would say so, yes.
Well, let's. You know, yeah, let's go and start working on Joe. And that is where I'm gonna start putting these into the master sketch. Now, Joe, I know she looks a little bit more different compared to how she was back into how I first designed her, mainly her hair. But I have a feeling this takes place this takes place sometime after her journey is over, which does make things a little bit more makes things a little bit more sense, if you will. Okay. There we go. And let me go and start lowering the opacity so that way. Okay, now it's time for me to get this thing right. Oh! I almost forgot! I need to change the, I need to at least change the... There we go. There we go, 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 there we go. Always, remember chat, always look before you leap, otherwise you might end up making mistakes.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Or in this case, like, or in this case, before you expand your canvas a little bit big, before you actually could expand your canvas, I'm just shortening mine so that way it focuses on this, if you will. Yes, it is Joe time, and it's nice to see her. I have a feeling that this is a day that I have a feeling that okay, my brain cannot I cannot braid at the why can I not brain at this moment? Well, would it be nice if Runia actually gets to see this? Because Runia actually likes Joe.
Gee, I wonder why.
Zara, hi! Welcome to the paper plane and oh god, okay, my ice pack. Okay, I'm okay.
Is that ice pack giving you trouble?
No, well, let's just say when I was fidgeting, the ice pack kind of
Shifted.
and it reached to a spot I do not want it to be in. But hi there, Azura. It's been I hope you actually enjoy your time here in the inn, I guess. Okay, I'm okay. Bull? Oh, no, there's nothing bullshit about it, Lunar. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay. I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing absolutely wrong. Nothing absolutely wrong at all. There we go. I think that should... No. Okay, the thing that when it comes to different characters is... While I'm still struggling when it comes to different body shapes, the least I'm trying to take pride on is different eye shapes, if you will. And some cases, some eyes are a little bit identical, but I try my best to make sure the eye shapes are a little bit different while I'm at it. I mean, Violet's eyes alongside with Joe's are pretty much those who have very distinct eye shapes, whereas Joe's is a little bit pointed downwards to signify her innocence in bunch. Violet is a little bit more curved into... Is more shapely, if you will, more almond shape, to signify that level of sharpness.
Yeah, it's curved upward.
Like, there's a very distinct shape when it comes to designing Violet's eyes, and to be fair, her eyes are...
Listen!
When Azura comes into play, it comes to play, the area becomes 200% I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm golden. I'm okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I'm fine. There's nothing completely wrong at all. I got a sweet bean to draw anyway. I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay. This is gold. This is fine. This is fine. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. But I just can't wait for next week already. I know I said this before, Jay, I said this before you came in, Jay, but I'm playing that after I draw Nessa for next week. I'm gonna start putting a poll onto my Twitter where, I will ask my community who's gonna be the boneless bride for, the Thursday stream, if you will.
Wait, boneless?
Bonus bride. You know,
bonus.
Why? What? Boneless? What? No, we're not that kind of deprived. We're not.
Listen. I heard boneless for some reason.
What? No.
Listen. I blame the audio quality. It's nothing you did wrong.
Wait. I can't even clear. What the? Oh my god. No.
Why did I? Like, in retrospect, it's obvious you said bonus. Why did I hear boneless?
No! Oh my god, no.
That is a new one for sure.
Like, if you had like a slime girl, I would understand.
Oh god, that is actually a thought that, you know, I never actually made a slime girl character.
I have a sort of slime girl that I adopted a while back. Only it's just the hair. The hair's just made of slime. I don't know why I did it. My sister made the design and I thought, oh, that looks neat. Yoink.
Let's see, boneless, is somebody getting scooped or something? No.
No, so much nope.
I'm sorry, I believe what you meant to say was yes!
Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god, what have I done?
Ooh, I'm liking how this is coming along so far.
When it comes to your, the spider in yellow?
Yeah. Sorry, didn't make that clear.
No, but given that you brought it up earlier, I figured that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, my apologies. Your drawing also is coming along nicely as well.
Thank you. I mean, I've always wanted to design June brides ever since the idea came to mind, and I know that June is pretty much Pride Month, and I deeply appreciate it. I just want to carry out my idea, you know? Plus,
I mean, that's one of the reasons I encouraged you to do this in the first place. Like, everyone's doing Pride Month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, why not do something unique?
Yeah, I mean, after all, June is pretty much the day where it's kind of like a good superstition. It's kind of like one of those well-known superstitions that June is the day where most people want to get married because June is basically named after the Roman goddess Juno, who to some people who know their history, is that she's based on, you know, Hera, the goddess of marriage. And
Yeah, same god, different name.
Mm-hmm.
Which, ironically enough, Hera gets cheated on the most.
Yeah, unfortunately, but. It is said that those who actually get married in June, they get to have the most prosperous marriage of their life. At least that's what I think. That's what I'm trying to remember.
And then there's me, who got married in October. Because Rachel loves Halloween.
Steve and I never never actually got that kind of talk before, but I think my preference would be something in the leagues of an autumn wedding or something. I don't know.
Autumn weddings are pretty.
You talking about what?
Oh.
Oh, I just wanted to take a shower. What's up?
Well, I don't think we actually got the proper talk when it comes to when it comes to weddings. But if I were to voice my preference, I like an autumn wedding. What about you?
I'd say autumn, maybe early winter for me.
Ah.
Hey, I said early winter. Things aren't getting quite cold yet, but I will agree with you on the whole autumn thing.
Good.
What? I'm willing to make compromises.
Yeah.
Although that does mean that, like, like any sort of, I say honeymoon, but even my brother didn't take one of those. But, like, just, like, off the top of my head, like, something we could do for a honeymoon? Just something simple? New Orleans.
New Orleans. Most likely New Orleans. Most likely.
Ooh, you gotta try the beignets there.
Good old-fashioned Cajun food and go down Bayou.
Jay said that we should trying out their beignets.
Beignets?
That's their the New Orleans. That's a staple back in Louisiana.
I never had one last time I was there. What is it?
A beignet is a type of French pastry.
It's a type of French pastry donut.
We're on the list.
Okay.
Papa.
Yes.
Papa.
Imagine like a donut with powdered sugar on it.
So let's see. One was August. Let me go look at chat. One was August at the beach. Oh. Well, beach weddings are pretty much very pretty much common back in Hawaii. I'm not gonna lie, cause
Not to mention everyone wants to get married on a beach. You'd have a lot of competition.
Let's see. Question is based on the Tom and Jerry episode where based on Tom was invited his friend's owner. Let's see. Here's an interesting question. What would you do if you came home to people having a party at your house while you're away? Oh!
All the cops.
I would most likely
Call
call
the freaking feds. Call the freaking feds.
Like, whom's the fuck are you and why are you in my house? In fact, give me my long sword hoe, she says as she's trying to reach for her shotgun in the closet.
I'm about to deal my own party favors, and they come in a steel barrel.
My wedding was on Monterey at a beach in August. Oh! Wow!
Nice.
That's actually pretty awesome. I think for me, I'd rather prefer something, I'm not sure what the locale would be, but the season most likely going to be autumn because I remember when I was growing up from the Philippines, like, I have a fuck ton of relatives, like, a really, really big fuck ton. Like, how should I properly describe this? My mother is kind of one of the youngest siblings of 17 children from her family, if you will.
Good grief, that makes my family look small.
I know. Well, to be fair, this is kind of like back in the day where the mentality is the more children, the more successful you are because you have more people, more people that actually help around the house or the farm or anything else in between. But yeah, and so because of the 17 siblings of hers, we ended up having like a lot of cousins, a lot of in-laws, and a lot of everything else in between. So, and guess what else that comes a lot with? A lot of wedding invites, a lot of preparation and all that junk. And it's kind of a bit of a big deal to actually get married in a church because, again, Philippines is a very Roman Catholic dominated country. And I remember very vividly that whenever it's these kinds of weddings in the Philippines, I somehow, for some bog reason, would always feel lightheaded and sick during the ceremony. The ceremony in the church. Maybe it's because of the poor ventilation of heat. Maybe it's the poor ventilation of the dress I had to wear. Or it's all the above. But yeah, I would suddenly get sick, and there was a point that I actually wanted to just sit down because I really wasn't feeling right. So Mom will not take that kind of seriously until shit hits the fan when I was not feeling so great, and then only then does she take it seriously. Let's see. Other than that, most likely I will not have my wedding in a church. As traditional as that is, I don't know. The bad memories of having to stand for long hours at a time during such a thing is very much there. Let's see. I can DM you a picture. You know, if you really want to, Lunar, go ahead. By all means. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the right hair this is the right hair length for Joe, because let me put things into a bit of context. When Joe, no matter where her starting life in her adventure is going to be, her hair length is about this short, if you will. And I really should design more girls with shorter hair. But yeah, so designing Joe with hair is a little bit longer than that signifies the level of time that passed since her beginning days of her adventure. Oh, and hey there, Bearwell. Welcome back into the inn.
Okay. I updated the sketch just a little bit.
That's good.
Sorry, I'm not trying to take over your stream.
Well,
I swear.
Well, to be fair, you're super excited to get this idea down while it's still fresh. I can't exactly blame you.
Yeah, that's pretty much my mentality at the moment.
I really want to watch the latest Spider-Man movie that just came out.
Me too. But with my whole moving situation, I haven't the time.
Can't say I blame you. Let's see. We all are busy in our own ways. I just can't wait for this this test to be over with so I can finally relax and actually get to working on my anniversaries, if you will, because that's coming up next month, and I don't know how to properly feel about that. Best watch it before the internet blows it. Yeah, no, good point.
Yeah.
Especially when it's almost all over Twitter nowadays.
Uh-huh.
Part of me can't help but wonder if I should actually mute it before I actually would continue before I should actually start trying to watch it, if you will.
Would make more sense.
Okay, let's see. Hold on a minute, chat. I need to take a sip before I actually continue. My throat's getting a little bit on the parched side.
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do with the crown. I'm gonna have spider webs interlacing through it.
That's great. That's a good idea. Okay, there we go. I think maybe we should actually take a little bit of a 5-minute break because, One, I need to use the bathroom. Two, I need to put away this bag of green beans that Steve uses an ice pack back in the freezer before it goes a little bit mush. And three, I think we all need a little bit of a 5-minute break before we can continue further.
This is fine.
You good over there, Dave?
A little tired, but okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, chat. Let's go take ourselves a little bit of a 5-minute break. Everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Yeet.
Oh gosh. All right. See you soon.
Welcome back.
Hello!
Hey guys, I just came back and sorry it took me a while to actually finish. I actually got myself ice cream from the fridge and I want to finish up this Magnum before I actually continue further.
Darn it, now
Magnum
I want to get
ice
ice
cream,
cream.
right?
No, don't knock down my ice cream. I'm still finishing it.
Sorry, I had to make, but I did have to make the joke. Magnum ice cream, correct?
Uh-huh.
Wait,
Hold
huh?
on a minute.
I feel like you're referencing something and I don't get it, and that's not fair.
Probably best if you don't.
No, I am prepared to tell him.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There is a certain brand of protection that is also called Magnum.
Oh.
I shall
Oh.
leave it at that.
Dave, you just literally made me spit take. What the? Ugh, oh god! I almost choked myself on water. I just dropped this Magnum spoon right but what flavor is it? Oh, it's just vanilla. It's just double caramel vanilla Magnum ice cream, if you will. Cause I actually really it's my favorite brand. Don't get me wrong. But I also am curious about trying the other but if I would, I think if I would, I want to try out wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm using the wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Why am I going for this method that will take up so much time? Then yes, honey.
What are you flipping out?
I did it dumb. I did it dumb. I should have done the same thing like I did back when it comes to Allie's. I should have used the bigger lot. I should have used thicker. I should have used the thicker pen, so that way by the time I'm done, I could just shrink it and edit things from there. Because.
Cooper.
Love you too.
I'm also warming up the last of the barbecue board.
Okay.
You want any of it or not?
Can you leave? Can I stop? No.
While I'm discussing things with her chat.
Can I have some roast and a bit of the Can you save me some of the barbecue, honey, so I can have that as my topping for my noodles?
I can do that.
Thank you. I also have some roast too.
What's that?
I also have some roast too.
Okay. You're gonna have to warm that part up yourself, though.
Okay. Also, hey there, rat. Oh, rat! Ow! I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna do a bad tier character the next time we go and play.
Eh?
Let's just say my party mate is here among the chat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I was actually hoping it was a boot to the head. Ugh, of course he would. Let's see. I only throw that pillow to make it a joke. You know, it's fair. You know, I'll make a little bit of a confession here. I was actually trying to figure out how to put in a rare chance into the Twitch throwing system, because I was thinking that for a rare chance, aside from any pillow that was thrown in, I need to figure out how to add in something a little bit different when somebody does the throw redeem, if you will. And it's a little bit outlandish, but I think one of the ideas for a rare redeem throw would be something in leagues of somebody somehow managed to throw a mattress to the innkeeper.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get a closer look at this thing.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, the curves right. I was looking at the wrong screen.
Let's see. The Eldritch Pillow? Nah, no. That'll be like if somebody threw a mimic.
Funny you mentioned Eldritch! Because that's something I was working on.
Let's see. Dave, are you doing okay over there?
I'm alive.
All right, just asking since I just want to make sure you're okay.
I appreciate it, friend.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're our friend.
Let's see.
Hmm.
I still need to figure out what kind of flowers would actually suit well when it comes to Joe. I mean, I have been thinking about using roses this time around when it comes to Joe's bouquet of flowers, because I did a little bit of some researching once upon a time, and if my memory kind of serves me right, roses are among a few flowers out there or plants out there that are actually a little bit hermaphroditic, meaning that they can be they have both male and female sexes into the flower, if you it's the same flower, if you will, because hey, once they're pollinated, roses can actually produce a thing that is called rose hips, which is a small little fruit that comes from roses that are very potent with vitamin C. Yeah.
I mean, I knew roses were edible.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I've had rose tea before. It was quite tasty.
I definitely need to give that one a shot.
It's very nice. Has a nice subtle taste.
Is it some sort of a green tea, herbal tea, or?
It's herbal. It's herbal.
Well,
I don't drink green tea for religious reasons.
Ah, yeah, for gore. I remember now. Okay.
Yeah, same reason I don't drink coffee.
Let's see. Now that joke was from our party, we thought it would be funny instead of Eldritch Blast, it was a pillow. Of course you would. Eldritch from the Genie Druid. Yep. Let's see. Let's see. I think for Joe's case, I'm gonna try to amp up a little bit when it comes to the lace, but let's not try making it too extravagant when it comes to lace. Because I think when it comes to just like normal dresses, you gotta find the perfect balance when it comes to simple simple and elegant, if you will. Because if you go a little bit too extravagant, chances are it's not gonna look pretty well done, if you will. Cause I can't help but think back of this one webtoon that I've been reading for a while called The Remarried Empress, where the mistress of the empress finally decided to, where the mistress of the emperor who divorced the said empress for her. When they're about to get married, she was wearing the most gaudiest wedding dresses ever. That she almost looks like a white Christmas tree, if you will. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, like this dress is outrageous. Let me just use this tab that I haven't. Oh, okay. Ooh, I felt that crick in my neck. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Remarried Empress. Let's see. Rashta. Wedding dress. like, all I can ask of you, chat, okay, where is it? Images. Let's just say that this dress is, wow, it's just painful to look at. It just made me realize it's kind of like one of those lessons of what not to do when designing a character's, when it comes to designing a character's dress, if you will. Artists and everyone else alike, because, boy, it's painful to look at. Where is it? No, that's the edited version, but I do not want that. Oh, fudge. Where is it? Okay, fine. We'll have to make use of this. Okay, copy. No, that quality is absolute garbage. Okay, give me a minute, chat. Give me a minute. I know it's here. I know it's here. I know it's here. No. Fuck off. No. Okay, this is not good. Okay, okay, open image in a new tab, and I'm also, oh, there it is, okay, there it is, okay, I found it, okay. I mean, look at this. Feast your eyes on this type of dress, if you will.
Let me see. Oh, wow. That
I
is,
know, right? It's painful to look at.
Yeah, no. See, here's the thing. The whole purpose of a wedding dress is to basically highlight the bride, make sure she stands out against the crowd. This makes her stand out in all the wrong ways and distracts from the actual bride.
I know, right? I mean, this mistress wants to make herself look dazzling and dazzling in order to stand next to the groom. She's dazzling, all right, like a Christmas tree.
Oof.
Like, I mean, somebody actually went as far to edit this dress out in order to make it look simpler. And, dude, I would actually take this type of dress. Not this, though. Well, to be fair, she is a trash character, and she is a absolute trash character. Like, she's trying to marry the empress in order for protection for her kid and get herself a role in a higher role in society. But
of course, why else would you marry an emperor? Certainly not for love.
I mean, just look at this side by side, chat. What do you think looks better to you, chat? I mean, the answer is pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah,
the plain white
the
dress
better
looks better.
The better dress is definitely the original. Totally, no sarcasm there.
That's why I'm trying my best to make sure. I think if there's anything I learned from this webtoon that I've been following for a good while, it's not to go this elaborate when it comes to the dress. Hi. Also, I'm just telling chat, when it comes to designing wedding dresses, don't go this crazy.
What the fuck?
Indeed.
Hold on, let's take a closer look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3 layers in the skirt alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top, and at least 2 in the head.
I know, right? Like this, she wants to be dazzling, but she is as dazzling as a Christmas tree.
No, she's as dazzling as as an amateur's front garden.
I mean, the point still stands. I'm trying, just from this dress alone is enough to give me pointers of what not to do when designing when it comes to wedding dresses. Also,
I want to glitter like the top of the Chrysler Building.
I love Gracie. Hello, cat.
I can make her pendulum.
My reference fell on deaf ears.
I'm so sorry. It's just that Steve brought in the cat and Gracie is cute.
Yes, she is.
But she does not want to be here, honey. Put her back.
Alright, I put her down.
Yep.
See what she does. Yep, she leaves.
But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to design this dress as beautiful, but like the perfect balance between simple but beautiful, you know?
As Joe tends to do.
Mm.
All right. I'm gonna hop onto my own laptop, maybe play some Monster Hunter or Dark Tide.
Alright, you take care, honey.
Mwah.
Love you.
Aw.
I love that. A little bit of meat, the barbecue meat left for you.
Thank you. Let's see.
I love your guys' chemistry.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a romantic.
I can't say I blame you, you know? Like, before my brain can actually fart, before my brain goes to fart away the thoughts, yeah, I'm also a romantic too. It's why, when it comes to certain, it's why that sometimes I wouldn't mind actually having my characters to be shipped off, if you will. But, certain characters, I'm highly protective of you, and I wish it was not that case at all. Like, when it comes to Dione and Aleah or Alice or no matter if it's Alice or Aleah, if you will, it's still gonna be Aleah is Aleah. I did not expect those two to be actually be shipped off when it comes to Steve and Dave's characters respectively. Joe is like Joe. I also did not expect her to be shipped off too. That after the fuzzy chemistry that is between Joe's and Royce, who is Runia's character, and all what's left now is pretty much Ness. But I don't know. I mean, I would love to ship Ness with somebody, but at the same time, is it weird to say I'm weirdly call it weird, but I'm a little bit protective when it comes to Ness.
That's okay.
Understandable.
Because
Nothing weird about it. I mean, our characters are our babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
not just yeah, this is true. It also doesn't help the fact that the last time I tried shipping Ness off with Alabaster's characters, well, it kind of did not go very well at all. And I hate that I actually ended up feeling protective ever since then, cuz I don't want that, you know? But it also left me a little bit very picky too when it comes to who I want to ship Ness with. And I know that's not normal.
It's okay though. Like, here's the thing: if you're picky, that just means you have higher standards for who Nessa should be shipped with.
This is true.
Especially after that one incident, you know, it ended up. It just means that, okay, if it didn't work out this way, then I need to think, okay, I want the next one to be better, and I gotta be more careful about it, you know?
This is true. Let me look at chat. Nobody dates Brad, he baby. Well, I can't exactly blame you too, Rat, because, Brad is baby. I mean, I would know since you're my party mate. So, yeah, and, well, to correct you on that, Jay, it's not one incident, it's two.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, the first one is when, back in the early days of when Nessa has been made, Alabaster was hosting that RP event where everyone has to be in the masquerade ball, and whoever gets to win into the talent show afterwards, well, gets to dance with the queen that they chose. And during that brief time, Nessa ended up meeting one of the said queens, and I actually, maybe it's my shipper heart, but I actually really liked the chemistry, and for the first time, I was feeling really earnest about a girl-on-girl ship. But
And it
then
didn't work out.
It did not work out. In the end, he chose his wife's character, and even if I do want to, I don't know. His wife and his character and her character will always be in the back of my mind, and it does not feel right. You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
Because yeah, I never actually told Alabaster this, but I felt like a bit of a plaything when that happened.
Hey, I can understand why.
Hmm. Maybe it's unintentional, but that event kind of soured it. And for a while, after some time of a bit of healing, I was kind of fine. And then I noticed Alabaster's other character, who is the cleric, and I ended up starting to like that character after finally getting to see him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it started off as a crack ship, I won't lie. But that crack ship kind of developed over time, and next thing I knew, I started I started forming actual legitimate plots to make this thing kind of work. And then I learned the truth about the said cleric, and that too
Kind of soured the whole thing.
soured the whole thing indeed. And yet again, I just felt
Used?
well, maybe use is another word to describe it, but I also felt like it didn't actually matter at all. That ship sailed and sunk. Well, more like that idea that I want to have sunk the moment I heard that. And you know what's kind of shitty though? I was actually working time and time again to make a fanfic story about his campaign. I mean, even going as far as planning out some ideas and try my best to figure out how to expand the world that he actually created. But sadly, ever since the campaign was canceled and the reveal about my favorite character, yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me what happened after that.
So, yeah, that's why I'm very fiercely protective when it comes to Ness. Because part of me doesn't want to get hurt all over again. And part
Understandable, given what you went through.
Sorry that I kind of went through a little bit of a tangent there, chat, but I figure you all deserve to know, you know?
Mm-hmm. And now, a moment of clarity for something funny. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You know, I think I needed that.
Sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood.
No, it's okay, and I appreciate it. In fact, I appreciate that you guys are actually here to listen, you know? Because I don't know. Ever since what happened between me and Alabaster, I became more afraid of being honest. That there's some people out there who really don't like telling people who really don't like the truth. Well, a good friend would actually try their best to keep their feelings to themselves when they're hurt, but a real friend would at least take up the courage and be honest to their friend of how they feel, even though that truth is very bitter to swallow, if you will. I don't know.
Yeah, and here the truth does hurt, but it's better than living in a lie.
I do be lurking. Wait, Zara, how long have you been lurking? Okay, so this is a thing. Hi. I'm okay. Okay.
Deep breaths.
Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. I'm okay. I got a girl in white. I got a girl in waifu gear who needs to be drawn in. Okay, I need to concentrate. But yeah, so I just can't wait to actually get to work on designing Nessa for next week's stream, and then the bonus bride when it comes to the stream after that, because, well, afterwards, I'll say this again, chat, for those who don't know, the last week of July, the last week of July, the last week of this month, there's gonna be absolute no streaming at all, since that is gonna be the month where, that's gonna be the week where I'm gonna have to study really hard for the upcoming NHA, and is it weird to
We're
feel
rooting
nervous?
for you. We're rooting for you.
Yeah, it's not weird to feel nervous.
For the past half hour? Okay. Oh, Zura, did you hear about the time Nui slayed a dragon? Not really. I just helped out when it comes to the planning process, dude. I did not. Conversations I'm listening to kind of got blended together. Okay. Let me just turn off this thing for a bit. And I think this looks pretty good. Okay, this looks pretty good. Okay. Newly slain dragon. No, I'm not. Okay. So, all right, bit of context time, if you will, with a side of storytelling. In the Spelljammer campaign that we're a part of, we had to work very hard on putting our heads together on taking care of a lunar dragon that's safeguarding its horde, as well as one that's important to a race that have a desperate food shortage that's going on. So Mary, who is my character at the time, who is my character during this campaign, help! Rat! Ow! Mary at the time helped out everyone when it comes to this by using her alchemy skills in order to help craft the bomb that is used to actually deal a good chunk of damage to the lunar dragon fight that everyone has to go against. Oh, thanks for the head pat, Azura. Thank you. And it was hard, I won't lie, that lunar dragon fight, especially with its cold damage, and that not only hurts us but also the spelljammers that we were riding on, if you will. But eventually, after some time, Mary kind of got knocked down and has to be saved by the NPC Princess Aleah in order to bring her back up. And oh boy, it was actually pretty satisfying. That I forgot how much damage did the bomb dealt when it landed onto the dragon, but I think it's over 100 points of damage. Rat, can you help me out with this? Because Steve
It's over 9,000. Sorry, I had to.
It's okay. And mind you, we were fighting up against a ancient lunar dragon. So take that as you will. It was 126 damage if my memory serves. Yep. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Again, I'm sorry. I had to.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. So, when it comes to the bonus brides, for those who wanted to, who wants a bit of a heads up forecast for next week, the bonus brides, there are 4 choices you can actually pick out for the bonus bride, if you will. And they are actually based on this year's Date Me OC auction candidates. And that's Alve, Mary, Violette, and Myra. Or Mira, sorry.
Okay.
So, you guys will have to vote on who's going to be the lucky girl who's going to be the bonus bride for this year. Steve says, according to me, or according to this yesterday, that he knows already who he's going to be voting for, and I can't exactly blame him for that. But I'm having the strongest feeling in my gut that I know exactly who's going to win in this poll. And if that were to be the case, I'm gonna say I'm not surprised at all.
I mean, I know who my vote is for.
Let's see.
And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Well, that's all what's left. That's the power. That's the power of my. I'm just gonna leave it to the chance of my community and see who they gotta be voting for.
Leave it to the power of democracy. Which is definitely 100% always fair.
There's this. My mental just can't help but think back of that one gif from what Palpatine said.
I love democracy.
Let's see. Yeah, Azura. For next week, we're gonna be having. I'm gonna make my community go for a Twitter poll, a Twitter vote on who's going to be the fifth bonus bride for June, and the ones I have in mind. Let me just bring this up real quick, okay? Let me just go bring this up real quick. Where are the? Where is those pictures? There it is. This is what I have in. This is what I'm talking about. These for the bonus bride. These are the candidates for who chat is going to pick. You got Alve, who is my druid, who's my Verdan druid. You got Violet, who's my Dragonborn bard. You got Mary, who is my half-elf artificer, and then you got Mira, who is my elf warlock. I'm going to buy Twitch. What? How? You can't buy Twitch, Rat. You can't. Yeah. So let's see.
There we go.
Who shall I try to? Alright, let me try to get this ink folder done. Okay.
Oi.
You good?
Sorry, this peach drawing is giving me grief. You know, Ask Mario stuff never rests.
Oh, I'm sure you can pull it off. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay.
It's a more extreme pose.
I would say maybe 3D models can actually help you out when it comes to the posing department, but even that requires some level of patience in order to make use of it, as well as some level of experience on posing 3D models because, well, Miki has her fair share thanks to her history with Gmod. Which, speaking of, I have been considering doing a Gmod stream one day.
Well, I'd love to show you what the picture looks like, but I don't know if that's okay, cause well, it's part of the show.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a shot in the dark and say, is it kind of goofy though?
It is kind of goofy, yes.
Ah.
It's definitely not a pose that I'm used to drawing. And speaking of, I need to... Oh man, I've finished like the refined sketch for the wind-up, but... Oh, this next part's gonna be tricky.
Speaking of, Jay, when's a good time for us to actually watch the Mario movie together? Because I never actually watched the movie.
You know what? It's funny you ask that, cause Masky hasn't watched it either.
No?
We're trying to organize a time for us to watch it together, and you and Steve are more than invited.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's just the last time we tried to have a watch party, her connection was getting all nuts because people were just coming home, and also the fires, and
Man.
yeah, her connection is like really bad where she is right now. So we'll probably have to schedule it sometime in like either the morning or the afternoon.
I think afternoon is pretty much the best way for me to give it a shot with.
Yeah, and it's only like an hour and a half long, so it's not that much of a time commitment.
So, let's see. Let's try to make Joe's eyes, because my girl's got, like, bright green eyes. Wait, hold up. Okay, there we go. Wait. No? Yes.
There we go. That makes the bang look a little fuller.
This is gonna look a little bit goofy, but this is gonna be a little, but this'll pull off. This'll be fixed. Okay, there we go.
Good lord, she's staring into my soul.
Don't worry, this is an easy fix. That is not it. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, again. Okay. No. There. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Woo! Okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Okay. All this talk of the Mario is making me imagine Maya Osis in the Mario costumes.
You know what? I could see them pulling it off. Like imagine one of them in Princess Peach's dress, or Daisy's, or heck, imagine them dressed up as Pauline, or maybe having like a I can even see like some of your girls pulling off like Mario's overalls or something.
Here's a better question. What do you think what do you think Violet would actually look good in?
Oh, that's a good question, because she already has a Peach-inspired dress, right?
Yep.
Let me think.
I mean, I do have an answer, but it technically isn't the correct one.
Mer?
Nothing.
Ah! Okay!
I mean, Bowser just technically doesn't count as a Mario character.
Well, it's still surprising how Bowsette just became popular after one artist decided to, share this brand into the internet, and everyone picked up on it real fast.
Yeah, it's absurd how quickly it became a thing.
But Bowsette is actually ironically one of the foundation points when it comes to forming Violet.
Yep. Let's see here. Okay, I need to fix the proportions here, because...
Let's see, the Dragon Board from Newey's Smasher Pass list would make a solid Bowser. Which one, though? It's been a while. Nintendo messed up with the Super Crown. Well,
here's the thing. Like, the whole concept of the Super Crown was innocent enough. Like, it all came down to the fact that during the original pitch for New Super Mario Bros. The original pitch for New Super Mario Bros. They wanted Peach to be playable at some point, but didn't know how to distinguish her from Mario without giving other players an unfair advantage. You know? Basically, the whole concept of the Super Crown is bringing back that idea of, okay, let's make Peach playable, but we can't actually have Peach not be kidnapped because it's the same game. So it was meant as a compromise. So the concept itself was innocent enough. It's just the internet that made it, well, what it turned into.
and without the Super Crown, we wouldn't have Bowsette.
Well, without the Super Crown, and also without the ending to Super Mario Odyssey. Like, that sucked.
I mean, I will say this. Without Bowsette, I wouldn't really make Violette. At least I'll have something to... At least that's something I would actually thank the game and the game for, you know? Let's see. I wonder, should we give Joe a bit of a pure white dress? Or should we actually give Joe just like another off-colored, version of her dress, just like Aleah and Dione before her?
I mean, on the one hand, it would help everything fit together. On the other, pure white would help her stand out.
This is true. Let's see. Why is her smile a little bit goofy? Why is her Hold on, let me fix this face real quick. It looks so fine without the colors, but after after testing it out, not so much. Okay. Don't worry, I'll fix this. I can fix this.
Hi, Daisy.
Aww.
My puppy says hi.
Aww. Off red, maybe, for the roses? No, because we already got Dione, who is already have an off-pink shade of color.
Oh, she's taking a nap next to me.
Aww.
She just got one of her vaccines today, so she's really tired.
Aw, poor thing. So let's put a little bit of a blush on her cheeks. There we go. Pillow, oh no, rat, no, what are you doing? No, rat, put that pillow down, rat. Oh, God, ow. Oh, okay, I'm okay. I can't even tell if that's a headshot or a chest shot. I can't tell. I cannot tell.
I mean, still general upper body area, right?
Yeah? Oh no. Oh no, Nose, what are you doing? Okay, no, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Okay. Okay, I'm alright. Alright. I'm alright. I took Allegra earlier. You should not be this... Okay. Let's try giving her a little bit on the, slight off-white. Okay, fine. We'll just have it your way then.
I can't help but immediately think of Daffy Duck when I hear that. Just like, fine, have it your way.
For me, it's the Burger King logo. It's the...
Right, that's because the company's slogan was it used to be have it your way.
What
Then
hap-
somebody took. Do you want to know what happened?
What happened?
Someone took advantage of it.
No.
Do you want to know what they ordered?
What?
A hamburger the same height as a human torso.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it had like 50 patties.
Who ordered the bubble bass who ordered the bubble bass order from Burger King?
Like, here's the thing: even Bubble Bass had a decently sized order. Like, it was like what, a triple patty?
Well,
This is like 50 patties.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Jay, because a YouTube channel that is that goes by binging with Babish or Babish Universe as they call it lately tried pulling off the Bubble Bass order, and my God, that Bubble Bass order is huge, dude.
Also, guess what? It had like 200 strips of bacon.
What?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that Burger King stopped saying "Have it your way." They took it off their slogan because someone took advantage of it.
But it was an iconic slogan. Also, hey there, Casey.
Hello. Sounds like I
Hey,
came in
Casey.
as some shenanigans were going on.
Hi.
So we're talking about why Burger King doesn't have it your way" as their slogan anymore.
I thought it's in the recent commercials with that freaking song that goes like da 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 and ends with you know what I mean. You guys haven't seen those commercials, or do I have to explain?
No, it's a whole different matter.
Yeah, no, this is why Burger King no longer has their slogan "Have it your way." Because someone took advantage of it and literally had it their way and had like a 50 patty burger with like 200 strips of bacon or something. Yeah, it was about the size. It was about the length of a human torso. The guy couldn't even finish it.
What the fuck? Then if that's the case, I'm surprised that they still referenced it in their current marketing campaign of that song that gets kind of stuck in your head.
Oh, really? I guess
Yeah.
they must have.
Did you
I guess
see
they
it?
must have started bringing it back.
Then let me show you what I'm talking about. Then
Because there was a time. There was a time. Let me tell you that they just stopped using it. I remember it was in a news article.
I mean, all I can think of is when you mention that order, it's like, who ordered Bubble Bass? The equivalent
Bubble
of
Bass's
Bass's
order.
Whom's?
I remember because I remember seeing the news article. I think it was an Asian guy that did it. And you would think that it would be like this huge man, but no, it was a tiny, skinny Asian guy.
Okay, look, look, Casey, Jay, I'm gonna bring this up. Somebody tried doing their best, doing the Bubble Bass order, and look at this thing! Look at this thing! Dude!
Holy mackerel!
I'm not fucking around! Somebody actually tried doing the Bubble Bass order in real life, and they pulled that off!
they must have gone to a burger joint that specializes in that, or that understands that lingo, because I remember that there was this one video that I've seen articles that deciphered it in the past, where it's a lot of code names for different kinds of preparation. I think make it cry, for example, is a lemon squeeze or something, or no, onions.
Man, I do love onions on my burger.
I do too. I don't blame you.
My wife, Rachel, she hates onions. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I mean, would you have the same reaction if I said I don't like tomatoes? And that's probably ironic considering.
I mean, here's
You too!
I am sorry. My taste buds just say so.
Also, to actually put this into more context, somebody actually went as far to interpret about Bubble Bass's order, and here's what it actually means. You know, double triple means 6 patties. Bossy means all beef. Deluxe is with everything. You know, lettuce, onion, tomatoes, and everything. On a raft that is toast. 4x4, 4 patty by 4 cheese. You know, So 6x4, it's like all that animal style cooked with mustard, extra shingles, extra toes, with a shimmy that's jelly on the toes, and a squeeze that's orange juice on the side. Light axle grease meets with butter, make it cry meets extra onions, burn it meets well done, and let it swim meets extra sauce.
We serve food here, sir.
This was our Wendy's, sir.
As much as I like burgers, I could feel my arteries burst just from reading that.
And have you seen the image I pulled up just now?
I think I've seen something like it before.
Let me bring this back, okay? Let me just bring this back until the cows come home. Somebody,
Yep, that looks about right.
somebody
Oh my God.
went as far to try pulling this off in IRL, even Babish himself included. And I am not eating this no matter how much you try to pay me. No matter how many subs, no matter how many bits, there is absolutely no way in Cyrie's green earth do you want me to finish that. I doubt anyone would try finishing that up in one sitting.
Yeah, that thing's probably bigger than you are.
Nope. Like a,
I mean, I think that's a meter stick right there. So I think that helps. I'm not even sure because well, I don't know. I think a meter stick might be half my size. I'm not sure. Or at least it looks like a meter stick. But yeah, I was just going to add that, you might as well just split off pieces of that thing and share it with people.
Indeed. This is more like something you could actually share at a buffet or something. Oh,
Like a
Lucy
party
and
platter of
Silver.
some kind.
Lucy and Silver, welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. And let's see. I remember going to a restaurant and the waitress who served my family asked, how do you want your steak? Dead?
A raw steak.
I mean...
I want a snail, raw, uncooked. And by raw, and by that I mean uncooked. I mean still alive.
Or as what Sergeant Ducky says in his one video he talks about when waitress asks, how would you like your steak? Cooked?
I was actually making a reference to an old Disney cartoon which centered around Timon and Pumbaa.
Hey, thanks for the bits! Thank you for the hearts! Thank you so very much!
Masky, you're a real sweetheart.
I remember telling my dad I think I undercooked my first burger I ever made. Oh god, what happened there?
I guess the question was his
Hello,
answer,
chat.
yeah, you did.
He asked
I was just going to. Oh, you first.
He asked me if I moved. He asked me if it moved.
I was locked in already. What the hell? Yep, that thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one.
That's funny. That's funny. I love that.
Oh, about time they add backup for this feature.
Wow, I cannot see crap with this brush. So I'm just gonna have. If only there's a way I could just magically fix the. No, okay. Oh god, I did not make a layer that's meant for patterns. Oh, okay.
Right. So, Jay, to go back to how I had to break it to you that I don't like tomatoes. I was gonna say that the one exception is bruschetta. It's an Italian dish.
Oh,
And-
I want to try bruschetta. That's the one that has tomatoes and mozzarella, right? It's
Along with
It's
some
like-
other
it's
things like
kind of-
onions and basil.
right. Is it stylized like the Italian flag,
I think
or am
so.
I thinking?
I'm
Or am
not
I thinking
sure.
of something else?
I'm not sure. I never thought about if bruschetta is styled after the Italian flag, but it's also served on some kind of a bread. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that's one of the few times where I will eat tomato with something. And the other is
okay.
caprese salad.
Also, hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
I just heard you going absolutely ape shit, and
This was about absurd burger talk. Apparently, I walked in right as that was being gone over, and it was It was about Bubble Bass's order in real life, and how someone actually managed to do that.
Yeah, like,
So yeah, that's the gist.
Somebody once upon a time actually tried pulling out the Bubble Bass order in real life, and that thing is a monstrosity, you know? Like, maybe if it's like serving a buffet or something where everyone can take a piece, that's fine, but having it done by one person, yeah, no, I'd rather not have my arteries clogged after one sitting. I'm fine.
You roaming around, Daisy girl?
Oh, Jay, I just remembered something that might, since you mentioned wanting to try bruschetta, I just remembered where I had it from, and I'm not sure if they have this joint in your area, but, there's, off the top of my head, there's 2 potential joints that have bruschetta and caprese as appetizers. It's either Buca di Beppo or Romano's Macaroni Grill. Both of those, in my experience, do sell those, but I will warn you, Buca di Beppo has incredibly large portions, so if you go for that one...
Yeah, never heard of Beppo, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have it, like, in other states, because
I miss Buca di Beppo.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say, like, if you go to Buca di Beppo, you pretty much want to go with a group, because the portions at that place are designed to be eaten with a group.
I mean, it is an Italian restaurant, and Italians are known to be very, very generous with their portions.
Yeah, like, Romano's is, it's more tweaked to, like, accommodate for the usual restaurant goer. Like, but it still has a very, the food still tastes good. I find it like a big step up from Olive Garden, in my opinion.
I think I'll use you.
Yeah, the person in chat, Lucian Silverscale. Yeah, these I'm talking about American joints here.
Ooh,
I have no idea if they have those.
I love that photo pattern. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does look good.
Well, she is a nature cleric.
By the way, is there any reason why these characters have been drawn in wedding dresses lately? I'm just wondering if there's a thing I'm probably forgetting.
Well, I know that this is kind of Pride Month. I know that June is Pride Month, and that is for sure. But lately I have the idea of just going for a different type of theme for drawing for this month. And that was like, and this is pretty, and this month's theme, I'm going for a thing that's called June Brides, where I will draw characters that I have and make them as and dress them up as brides for weddings, you know? Because I have actually done good old faithful Dione as the start, who is as a bride, and now I have recently finished doing Aleah. Well, I say finish, but I will get back to drawing her. And now I'm doing Jo, who's also gonna be as a bride. Her hair's
They both look pretty.
Thank you. It's not completely finished, but I am really looking forward to actually, but I really am liking this project so far. Let's see. You know, for the sake of saving time, I'll put a fave on that, so I don't have to go over my enormous library assets of brushes, materials, and everything else in between. As you can see me scrolling down, you know?
Uh-oh, Daisy's starting to demand. It's starting to make demands. I better take her outside.
All right.
She's been in her kennel for a while, so she might really need to go to the bathroom.
Well, better do that quick before she makes a mess.
Yeah, no, we do not want that. All right, I will see you guys later.
All right.
Take care, Jay.
Friends.
Bye.
Bye. Next May, I should try commissioning our Spelljammer party as Star Wars. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. But I kind of see our Spelljammer campaign similar to that of, you know, Treasure Planet, if you will. Because that's.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I was gonna let you finish. Go ahead. You finish.
Because yeah, I do see our campaign similar to that of Treasure Planet.
Kinda.
Kinda. You're saying though, Casey?
Like, I was just randomly thinking about how, like, maybe one of these days I should probably devote a week to, like, trying to get affiliate. Because, back when I was streaming Metopia, I almost did get affiliate, but I was kind of so close and so far, and obviously, since that's only within a 30-day window, I didn't get it, unfortunately, but
Aww.
just a thought I had. I know I'm usually more of a leisurely stream guy because I've been trying to juggle things, too, so it's an idea.
Well, I hope it actually works out. I really do.
Thanks.
Let's see. How do I make this thing stand out among the, I think that looks pretty good, but I could do better.
Yeah, right now, like, Discord not Discord, Darktide hard crashed for me.
Oh!
So essentially right now I'm just doing what I can to make sure everything is up to date.
What are your computer
Are you
specs?
sure? Hold on, what's the temperature out there right now?
94, it feels like 105 last we checked. I also had a big old fan directly on the thing. One of those little like fan pads underneath the laptop, and one big one blowing right on it.
Oh, laptop. I see.
Yeah,
I know it's probably a... Oh, sorry.
Again, the big concern is probably that in this heat, there's a very real possibility that your PC might be underperforming, either to preserve itself or for just because it might be
Spec
overheating.
limitations?
You have. I did not displease the machine spirit, Rat. I've been doing everything I can in order to appease it. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now.
I know this is probably like a far cry, but like maybe one of these days you could try maybe building a desktop gaming PC in the future, but I know
indeed
that
a
could be
far
costly.
cry, sir.
Yeah, I figured as much, but because like I definitely understand as someone who was stuck with a laptop for everything from 2012 to 2016, and I can safely say that after I invested in that, I pretty much had a smoother experience ever since.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
put it to you
I
this
think
way,
that's the
friend.
problem.
Let me put it to you this way. Even if we could invest in a desktop, we'd end up fighting over it.
Yeah, and two of them is obviously more expensive than one, so I understand the situation. But then again, I just remembered that gaming laptops do exist, so that might be a cheaper alternative.
That is what I have.
Oh, how old is it?
No more than maybe 3 years.
Which shouldn't be that case, you know?
Because, well, I guess one thing that, like, I guess one drawback to gaming laptops is that it's probably harder to make any upgrades to it.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's the one upside of having a desktop, which you can have a lot of leeway, because, over time I added a CD drive and additional hard drives to my computer, so... But
Would it make
that's
sense
probably
if,
a whole different ballpark.
Would it make sense if Joe has a bouquet of green roses or, pink or red roses on her side?
I'd say green. I'd say green. Green seems to fit her. After all, I think I remember you mentioning in the past that, like, I forgot what was the context, but, like, a watermelon color scheme seemed to fit her in some regard.
Oh, yeah!
I could probably use a refresher on the context.
Yellow roses would be pretty. As much as I want to, Rat, yellow roses is taken, and Nessa is gonna be the one who's gonna be taking those flowers. Probably for good reason, if you will. Wait a minute. I have an
Well, yeah, green flower sounds good then? Alright.
I also have her have some bits of, you know, bits of snowdrops in here. So, to actually, because snowdrops are also codified into her design ever since the idea came to me. because snowdrops, if my memory serves right, they're also hermaphroditic flowers. Just kind of like her, you know? Now, I know what you're thinking, that this looks a little bit wrong, but just like when it comes to the Aleah, just like the Aleah bouquet that we just situated, chat, that we just fixed, trust me, there's a method to my madness, okay? Miki has a way to make things work, one way or another, because she is a little bit stubborn.
I mean, when there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm. And now let's bring that back. And... there we go. Oh, let's make those roses a little bit smaller so that way it's only a matter of... there we go. Okay. Let's also fix that one more time, just for the road. Alright, this looks pretty good. I think. Okay. And putting another rose there. Okay, what do you think of this, chat? Do you think Joe looks pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Rub the blessed oils upon thy laptop. Can you...
Do not do that.
What?
I am not going to do that. This is a very, very sensitive machine. She's very spoiled and actually doesn't like oils. She does, however, like compressed air.
Yeah, that's the classic go-to for computer cleaning. Speaking of computer maintenance, I really need to make a backup of my OS drive whenever I can, because I haven't done that in over a year, and
Bro!
yeah.
I have all my files from my last computer on an external hard drive.
Well, here's what I have. I basically have another SSD of the same capacity, and I basically use a software that came with one of my other an SSD reader to clone it. I just need to remember to do it whenever I can. Because let me try and remember. Because back when I first upgraded my my OS drive to an SSD in 2020, it ended up dying at the start of 2021. And while I had and let's just say that was also some bullshit. Was like why that was the last time I was ever going to use Windows restore images for that kind of thing, was because even though I had a backup of that on my external hard drive, it would not work when I tried to load that onto the backup SSD that I had to buy on short notice. So I basically had to reinstall a lot of shit again, and it was a lot more annoying than devastating. But yeah. So for now, I just ever since that's why I basically go for direct. Like afterwards, I RMA'd the drive that died because it was still under warranty, and then I used that to just make direct backups of my OSR drive to make sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen again. So, and if it does, then I just have a readily available hard drive at the ready.
Okay. So I'm going for this kind of brush in order to define Joe's lace, and I think that looks pretty good. Wait, I have also another idea. There we go. Oof! Steve has displeased the toaster lord.
We don't even own a toaster!
Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. I'm kidding.
Power.
But you know, I just can't wait for July already. Not only for my anniversary, and I also would finally relax from the exam or something. The one thing I really am looking forward to is a sequel, if you will. That whoever gets to win the poll that I'm going to be making later down the line, someone out there in my someone is going to have a bit of a sequel, whoever is the winner of the June brides, I will draw them in their wedding night, if you will. Or what they look like. What would they look like in their wedding night?
Yep. Also, Jexo Dragon, you don't? Then how do you make toast? With butter in a pan.
It just works. Take it from me and Steve. It just works.
It works. It's a bit of a pain sometimes, but it works.
Well, you don't own a toaster. I did own enough points to do a redeem. A certain redeem.
Oh!
Okay. Why would you do this?
Sorry, chat.
Because
I'm
it's
going
funny.
into a tunnel.
Damn it. Here we go.
Hello.
I have summoned the.
Hey, it's a turd. Also, why would you actually... Why did you take me away when I was doing soap opera? I was having fun doing soap opera. I was watching the new episode of Fairbolt King. Why?
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think the innkeeper keeps track of your whereabouts, or at least not to that extent.
But House Gremlin House Gremlin it comes from Portable Hall that she in the inn. That I got for 99C.
You bought a portable hole for 99 coppers.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing this. Your brain is made of bad meat!
No, it's good!
You manic, miserable munchkin! You cannot buy a portable hole at the 99C store!
In the year 668, the Great Magical Papyrus actually has figured out a way to those time-space continuum by punching a hole into the wall.
I don't think that's how it works.
It has been 600 years! Goliath! You think... what you're actually trying to say is against the people's rights and actually only magical hole!
Trying to buy a portable hole for 99C will put you 99p in the red, you idiots!
What margins? I said margins will deny my right for House Gremlin to buy portable hole for 99 copper!
That's not your rights! That's not anyone's right! Mickey! Read her rights!
Hold on, where is Innkeeper? Oh, Innkeeper's over there. Innkeeper, what do you think? Can you just make a portable hole by just punching the wall?
Whoa!
What? No! How's Innkeeper?
You're trying going in for the punching a hole. We have to patch that shit up. What's it
What have I done?
Okay, oh, Gremlin Mickey. What
There
is
are
it?
easier ways to do it.
What is
I mean,
Dimension door. It doesn't require actually punching a hole in the door either.
that actually just makes me realize something. Are the portable holes the same ones from Acme?
Not really. It's a bit of it.
So a knockoff.
Debatable on that one.
Let's see. Gremlin Mickey. What's the name of the soap opera? House Gremlin is big fan to the spicy show, the Fearboard King. It has been favorite ever since House Gremlin has been. Ever since Innkeeper needs to distract House Gremlin. Well, maybe it's because Innkeeper is making lots of soup, and I've done nothing but spit on soup for 3 days.
Again?
Why would you spit on soup for 3 days?
House Gremlin will thought it'd be funny, and also House Gremlin wants to make new friends.
Gremlin?
What?
Gremlin? Stop ruining the food!
No! It's good
That
food!
sounded like an intense slap.
Exactly, it's
What the
good
hell?
food and you're ruining it!
But it's big too, but you don't actually help give people good luck! Huh.
For once, I'm wondering if the gremlin is okay.
Yeah, a House Gremlin is very resilient. What I do? What I do? I did
You spat in the soup! That's what you did!
But Innkeeper is making mushroom salt. That makes me nose itchy.
I don't care what it does. We need to give that to fucking patrons, and we can't do that if you spit in it! It's wasting money!
It'd be funny though. It'd be... I didn't do nothing though. I didn't.
You just said you spat in the soup. You literally admitted to spitting in the soup. The soup that we give to patrons when they pay money. We can't make money if we don't sell shit. And we can't sell shit if you keep spitting in it!
I scared thought it'd be funny.
It is not.
Oh, fine. I'm going back to portable hall in the world. Right?
No.
Yeah! I'm playing upon your houses!
You live in the same house we do! The plague will be upon you too!
I was hoping the gremlin would give me Skittles on her way out, but alright.
Now.
Hey guys, what did I miss?
She spat in the soup again.
Ah, god damn it. I think maybe it's because what am I gonna do with this house gremlin?
Find a way to seal her back up.
Maybe get her a pet to keep her company.
Maybe a pet might also not be a bad idea?
She'll escape from the pen.
Hmm.
You know as well as I do, nothing keeps that thing down.
I mean...
Mickey, your avatar suddenly took up more of the screen.
I'm so sorry! There we go.
Oh!
Oh god!
My baby extra thick today!
No, it's not! I'm not that thick!
No, you're not. But I wouldn't mind if you were.
Wait, no! Hold on a minute!
What? It's true.
I gave Clip the gremlin. Now, I know there's a lace brush in here somewhere that I can... Oh, yeah! Mickey just remembered!
What's
Well,
that?
I'm gonna be taking off in a bit, and I am looking forward to the finished drawings.
Alright, you
Because
take
it's good so
care.
far. But yeah, I'll be off. See you, everyone.
See ya. I just need to do a couple of more brushes into this, and afterwards I'm gonna go and call it here. Yeah.
Yeah, it is getting a little late.
Don't worry. I promise you that things are almost done with this, at least for Joe's end. just can't wait to actually pull off the sequel, if you will.
I wonder why.
Let's see. I was by the way, was that a software called again the Furbolg King? I remember my minions talk about recording, and I want to give it to them and send you a copy later, Gremlin. Aw, thank you. The Gremlin would pretty much appreciate that.
Yeah. We have to treat her like a child by distracting her with food and cartoons.
Well,
Only instead of cartoons with the soap opera.
I'd say cartoons, but it's a very spicy type of soap opera. And look, don't get me the wrong idea. It's pretty good in certain episodes, but but hey, it's the one thing to distract the house gremlin, you know.
She has an affinity for Furbolgs. I wonder where she got that from.
Wait, just shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
She's literally a what seems to be a Feywild copy of you. For better and for worse.
I don't know what you're talking about! I don't even know if the house... Besides, I don't even know if the house gremlin is Fey in nature. Right? Right? You think she's Fey in nature?
Well, she's admitted to being kinsman with a fairy from the Terraria series, at least.
No, Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it was not
So
Terraria.
you are aware of what she said.
Well, I found the clippings that she left behind, you know?
There was indeed a clip of that moment.
Okay, let me just do more of the lace here. No, that's not a lace brush. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that did not look good at all. Okay. Wait a minute. Why does it look fade-ish? Oh god. Oh god. Okay. So all I gotta do is just design the lace of the dress here, and that's where we're gonna call it here. Yep. Okay. Okay. That is not what I'm trying to do. Okay. So let's see, one more, just one more. Oh no. So let's see. I'm most likely gonna finish the rest of this off screen. Okay. But I do appreciate that you guys came by today and watched the process on how this is done. And I hope that next time we could actually let's see. I lost the clip where the gremlin getting pillowed by the mouth. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rat.
You can come. We're nearing. At least it's near the end of the stream, so you can come back in the VOD and just clip it there.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I just can't wait for next month already. But I also need to take care of one important thing to do before everything else. Oh, this is gonna be painful. This is gonna be the most longest painful month that I'll have to endure, but I'll be fine, I think. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, no. I'm gonna fix that later. So this is where I'm gonna call it here, chat. As much as I want to continue more of this later, sadly we have actually reached the end of today's stream. But hey, we actually did so far to ink and as well as color and touch on the color for these two brides. And hey, they actually came out pretty good, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty soon there's gonna be more where they came from, and until then, let's see. Who should we rate today?
I would say Corey.
There,
Julia.
let's see. There's Red Club, there's Corey, there's Calliope, and then there's Runia on right now. So, bringing out my D20. Not D20, my D4. So, 1 is Red Claw, 2 is Corey, 3 is Calliope, 4 is Runia. Alright? 3, Calliope.
Okie dokie.
First, I'm going to be making the raid message. So that way we can actually copy this. And okay, where's my, and I'm gonna need my emote for this job, and there we go. There you go, chat. To unlock this emote, you have to make use of your in feathers, so that way you can actually get this emote, okay? And now, without further ado, we are gonna go ahead and raid Calliope. It's been a while anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, I truly appreciate that you guys came by today and actually watched the process and how this goes. This is where I'm gonna call it here. I'm most likely gonna do this in my own spare time. But until then, may y'all have a good night. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's stream where we're gonna be doing more of Monster Hunter, if you will. And I'm gonna see you guys next time, okay? Take care!
Goodbye.